What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be ultra cash, but it is Saturday afternoon and I need to get some seeds started. So I just wanted to take you guys along with me as I get those things started. You guys did already see me starting up my onion seeds. So those are, still doing their thing right now. But I need to start some brassicas as well as a couple of my peppers. I'm not going to start all of my peppers. Some of my shorter day peppers, I'll start my next cycle. So if you guys want to see the process along with the varieties that I plan to grow, definitely stay tuned. All right, so I went on ahead and filled up my tray here, and I also put my markers in, at least for my first tray. So let's go over really quickly what I plan on growing. So like I said, I'm starting peppers. This year, I really wanted to focus on what I will use the most. And what I noticed with my preserving efforts of previous years, I do a lot of hot peppers, and to be honest, I'm probably the only person in my house that loves spicy food, so I'm dialing it back on the spice. I picked out 2 spicy peppers. So I have the fish pepper, which I will always and forever grow in my garden. I actually did try to overwinter my fish pepper plants from last season, but I got a little lazy during the winter. It is what it is. So that, and then obviously jalapenos. Jalapenos are universal as far as spice goes. So I'm doing the Craig's Grande jalapeno from Baker Creek. The fish pepper seeds are also from Baker Creek. So those 2 for the spice. I wanted to try a drying pepper, and I actually started these last year. This is the Pasilla Bajío, and I got these from Botanical Interest, and these say that they lend to a more smoky, rich, spicy flavor that's really good for like mole and stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm like, ooh, I'll smoke these and I'll dry them out and make like a seasoning with them. So I have 1 drying pepper, and then I have the sweet golden Marconi, and these are just like, they're just really good peppers. I grew some last year. They didn't do well, which none of my peppers did really well, if I'm being honest. But I want to try again. I feel like Marconis are perfect. Like for, what is it called? For preserving in jars in oil. I want to try that with this pepper. And then I just got a bell pepper, because who doesn't eat bell peppers? This is the Keystone Resistant giant pepper. These are supposed to be really nice sized bell peppers, and I figured if I do really well with these, I'll be able to just chop them up and freeze some for, like, quick meals and things like that. So without further ado, let's go on ahead and get these seeds up in here, shall we? All right, so at first I was thinking I was going to sow 1 seed per cell, with 3 cells per variety, but I decided to go on ahead and sow 2 seeds per cell. If they both survive, great. If they don't, at least I'll have 1 solid plant for each one. And I always end up having to up pot my peppers. Obviously these need to go out a little bit when it's a little bit warmer outside. So I know that, having them in this size cell to start, especially with 2 in each cell, will be perfect, and it's a little bit more like space saving. So as I'm moving other things out, by the time I need to up pot these, I'll have this space to have for my peppers. So yeah, let's go on ahead, let's cover all of these babies up, make sure they are nice and tucked in, and I'm just taking them down about 1/4 of an inch, just using my finger. I could use my little dibber tool. This came in like a kit of some sort from Amazon, I'm sure. One of like the little seed starting kits that I've used in the past. But I'm okay with using my fingers and my hands. I'm trying not to get too dirty because I know I'm gonna have to write down my other varieties really soon. All right, so I went on ahead, got everything watered in, and you guys, you know, have you guys ever done this? But as I'm like watering things in, I'm looking at my next set of varieties that I want to grow, and already I'm like, but do I want to grow this too? Like this would look really pretty. So already I'm like, you know, I'm visualizing what my garden is going to look like, and I know for a fact that there are certain things that I want to see, I need to see in my garden. So because of that, we're gonna dip back in here real quick. So what I do have here as far as brassicas are concerned right now, let's go ahead and just talk about it. I have some pak choi white stem, pak choi, Brunswick cabbage, which I've had success with before. I have my red mustard, and I got some yod fa, which is like a sprouting broccoli, as well as purple broccoli. So my thought process, I only have one type of cabbage here, and it's a safe bet. I know. We can't completely, like, you know, just stay on the safe side. Not this year, dagnabbit. I want beautiful things growing. And in my mind, I want to try again. So I want to add 2 more different type of cabbages. And I have some Savoy as well as Napa. So let's go ahead and pull these babies out of the collection. And let's go for it. So boom. Okay, we're adding that to the mix. And what I realized as far as the other things that I have here, those are shorter day. So what I'm going to do, instead of starting them in these trays, because these trays, they'll be in here a little bit longer. I'm going to start some of the shorter day varieties in these pellets because I feel like I can transfer those or transplant those out a lot faster in the garden. So we'll do that here in a second here, but let's move this out of the way. I went on ahead and labeled everything, and yeah, we're good to go. So I think I'm going to do maybe about 3 seeds per, you know, spot here, and we'll go from there because a lot of these seeds are a little older. So without further ado, let's do it. All right, y'all. So I ended up putting anywhere between like 4 and 6 seeds per cell. I forgot how itty bitty these seeds are. So, I mean, with these type of seeds, it's hard not to overseed slightly, and that's okay. So I'm just going to press them in, and I'm just going to top them off with a very fine layer of potting soil here. Feel like I probably shouldn't be using potting soil, but I don't feel like getting back up. So let's see. I have this Dr. Earth potting soil. So I'm pretty, ooh, oh. As soon as I open the bag, I see gnats. That's never a good sign. So you know what? I'm not going to use this. What I'm going to do, bag this up because that's what we do not want to introduce to our seedlings. So this is going to go to the side. I'm going to get my lazy butt up and get my seeding, my seedling potting mix or starting mix. My God, that's disheartening. Okay, so we're just going to take a very fine layer and run it over the top. There we go. And I think we should be good. All our seeds will be nice and cozy and covered. All right, so we have our main seedling trays filled, all happy. Like I said, I think for the things that will be a little faster to germinate and to reach a harvest a little bit faster. So things such as the pak choi. I don't think I mentioned these things. I did mention the yodfa, which these are a 50-day variety. So I'm going to start them in these little peat pellets, because I'll be able to sow those out fairly quick. And plus, I like to do like a mix of different types of seed starting, because I don't know, you just want to try different things out sometimes, see how it goes. This is always like a tried and true method, but I have had a lot of really good success using these peat pellets. So I like keeping these around, like I said, for things that, you know, germinate fast and things that I can transplant out into the garden pretty fast. So this pak choi, this yodfa, kale, this is the Casper kale. I have not tried this before, but I picked this up last year with the intentions on, you know, sowing it in the fall, and I never got around to it. So I have that, and then I also have some kohlrabi that I will be starting in these peat pellets. So what I need to do first is, what do I want to do? I'm going to find I'll be back. All right, so real life stuff is happening. My daughter just woke up from her nap, but I just wanted to show you guys really quickly the setup. So I went on ahead and put the brassicas up here. I'm talking fast because the furnace. These are my onion starts, and then down here I went on ahead and set up my heat mat, and this is where all of my peppers are. So we're all good there. Let's get up out the basement, because as I said, it's loud and real life things are happening, and it is what it is. I'm not trying to strive for perfection here, but I just want to give you guys the real. We got Sesame Street on for sis while she is occupied there for a second. I did go on ahead and moisten my peat pots, my peat pellets, I guess. So I just like to use, let's try to get my dirty kitchen out of the frame. Like I said, I like to put these in just like a to-go can. Ugh. So I just like to stick these in a to-go container where I can pop the lid on, and boom, we've got like a greenhouse effect. So I'll go on ahead and, whoo, we went up a flight of steps. Okay. So what I am putting in here is exactly what I told you guys. So the yodfa, the broccoli, the kale, and the kohlrabi are all going in here. I decided for the kale, I'm just going to do 3 plants. So really quick, 3 kale plants, 6 yodfa, and 6 kohlrabi is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to stick those seeds in here. I'm not going to do that on camera. You guys have seen how I sow seeds. I'll probably put 2 to each one of these pods, because like I said, these will go back. I'm talking too fast. These will go out into the garden much sooner, so they'll be a little bit smaller when I transplant them, and I will just rip them right in half. So I'll put 2 to each one of these little pellets, and yeah. So that is it for my seed starting today. Like I said, I wanted this to be like real casual, like not super, you know, not perfect, like I said. But I wanted to show you all the ways I am starting my seeds. So we have brassicas going, we got our peppers going, those are on the heat mat. These will be eventually transplanted out really, really soon. I will show you guys in an upcoming video my setup for what I think will work out well for all of my like early spring seedlings that I will be transplanting out much sooner than anything else. I think it's going to work out well. So that's it for this video. I thank you all so much for stopping by. Thanks for dealing with my chaos. I look a hot mess now because I have gone up and down the steps. So yeah, I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace out.